Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Court General. It's your boy Sniper J, and we back another Sunday evening. I'm blessed to be here. I know you're happy to be here. Uh, Last week I said the weather is cooler, and it is actually being cool, and I'm having to wear sweatpants now. So congratulations, my sweatpants that came out the box, and now they're on, and I am feeling great. Okay, enough about what I wear. Quote of the day. Small steps in the right direction can turn out to be the biggest steps in your life. All right, let's get to it. Okay, welcome back to the Court Journal. We have another special guest. He wins championships. He gets promoted. He goes to the SEC. He coaches at South Carolina. He is one of my favorite coaches in SimWorld U. Coach Dre Pope, how you doing today?
I'm blessed and highly favored, man. I cannot complain. How you doing, Sniper?
Man, I'm doing good. I'm happy to have you on the Court Journal. I know this is a very, very busy time with preseason starting to end and regular season coming up. You got school, you got the guys, you got media, you got online, you got meetings, you got parents, you got board, you got faculty, you got all types of stuff going on. But I'm happy you was able to sit down with Sniper J and the Court Journal and take this time just to talk about what's been going on, how things been going.
It's been good, despite, the so-called controversy, that's happening,
Yep,
right now.
yep. Went.
Hopefully, that's over, but
Yep.
it's been good. It's been good. I can't wait the 29th when we play Gonzaga. So
Hmm. Yep. And we gonna get into all of that. The controversy, as you call it, I call it scandal. Or you call it controversy. You said something about Gonzaga. We're gonna talk about that. But man, let's just talk about summer. How was summer for the South Carolina Gamecocks?
it was great. Everybody was locked in. Um, we was doing our conditioning. We
Hmm.
was going over our scheme and everything. It's been pretty good. I can't complain. I think we're gonna be ready for the season to start.
Has any leaders emerged out of the pack, like your team captains? Has any of that happened yet?
Yes, uh, my transfer from Kansas, Charles Pinkard, he's
Okay.
been vocal as I don't know what, since he got here, and he was named team captain.
Okay. Charles Pinker. And are you expecting a big season out of this guard from Clinton, Maryland? Is he going to be a key focal point for you?
Yes, he is going to be one of my three focal points this season.
Okay.
I'm expecting some good 3-point shooting from him, and just for him to create his own shot and to get others involved as well.
Sounds like a good deal. Has any of the newcomers stuck out to you? Any guys that's going to make a impact right away?
To me, the big three is Charles Pinkert, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Joey Justins, he's been looking sensational in my scrimmages. Um, he's not afraid of taking the big shot. He's
Mm-hmm.
not afraid.
Uh,
And Ripper Care, even though I know he's going to be out for 15 games,
we will discuss that.
he's
We
yes,
will.
and he's been showing out, you know, throughout the summer.
Had a
So
good summer. He did have a good summer. Played some good ball. Did play some good ball. I was watching him. I was watching him. He did play some good ball, coach. I agree with you. It's sad to see he's inactive, but we'll get into all that a little later.
no problem.
Okay,
But other than that, everything's been good.
let's keep it rolling. You said Gonzaga 29th SimWorld Invitational. How you feeling about that? Are the boys excited? Are they scared? Well, I wouldn't say scared. That was a mean word to say. But are they nervous? Or
We never scared over here in South Carolina.
okay,
Isaiah James, he's ready to lock up Damon Luffy.
okay.
We ready for them.
Whew, we talk about matchups already, so that means the scouting report has already been done. That's what it sounds like.
Oh yes,
Okay.
yes. You know, one of my former players was on Gonzaga last year, Caden Ship. So
Mm-hmm.
I always, had an eye out for them. So
Well, y'all got them first game, and it's gonna be a good test for all the newcomers and you as a coach. I mean, you're a nationally broadcasted game. Your core values are gonna be tested right away against a very, very good Gonzaga team. I'm excited for y'all, but y'all got a tough conference. I mean, tough non-conference schedule here. Y'all got Maryland, St. Mary's is no run over. California, I think they're going to be top of the Pac-12. Michigan, Mr. Phenon, and San Diego State is not anybody to sleep around. And then you got the gauntlet of the SEC. How are you feeling going into this season about your schedule?
I mean, I wouldn't have it any other way. Um, I feel like our non-conference schedule is gonna prepare us for the SEC schedule. Um, I think we're gonna do a good job in non-conference, of
Mm-hmm.
course.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I'm just ready for the season to get started. Honestly,
Do you think people are misjudging or counting South Carolina out?
I mean, if they are, that's on them. I'm
Okay.
not even worried about it.
Not focused
They
on it.
did it. Yeah, they did it. They did it when I was at Bay Area, and look what happened. So it
Okay.
is what it is.
And you won a championship. You go ahead and speak your truth. Like you know how people be getting shy on these podcasts. Hey, bro, this is not the time to be shy. This is the Court Journal. You are here for a reason. We know you won a championship, but now is your time to let the people know what it is
Oh, no,
and what it's gonna be.
never shy. I mean, I'm a champ.
Right,
They
got you.
doubted me, and we came champs, saying I'm taking my talents to South Carolina, and this is a Hoopsteria team, and we're going to get back to it. I expect nothing less. So they can doubt me all they want to. It's just going to fuel me even more. So,
Got you. I'm glad to hear that because I got nothing but high standards from you being in the SEC. I'm an SEC guy myself. Played there. Uh, really love the SEC. Think the SEC is gonna win national championship. A lot of people disagree with me there, but you know, it is what it is. I am the SEC. The SEC is me. It's one of our mottos. Okay, let's get to a better, more tougher conversation for you, but better conversation for me. Uh, Controversy is what you call it. I call it scandal. Let's start with you being cleared of any wrongdoing and everything. Congratulations on that. That's no small task for that to come out in the media. That's a big thing, and it must be true. It must be true. So, can you speak to you being cleared of all the wrongdoing and tell us how you processed everything when it happened, how it happened, and all that good stuff. Talk to us.
man, I'm so relieved. I mean, I knew I was innocent, but I was going to let SWU and the SWHCA, handle their investigation.
Hmm.
And I mean, it was bewilderment. Like I was shocked. Um,
I knew nothing about
it was
this.
this past Friday where that I got like I learned about it, and
Okay.
then um, some anonymous sources they sent me some like messages and stuff too, saying that it was one of my players, and
Wow.
I went to him and I got it confirmed. So this is something that I didn't want happening at my program and whatever the case may be. So, I mean, I had to do what I had to do, to protect the team and
Right.
myself.
100%. 100%. And the fact that you speak to that, I could speak to that a little bit better because when I was with at A&M with Coach Buzz Williams, that was one of the first things he told us when we got right around this time, right around the end of preseason, right when season was starting. He told us straight up. He go, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you because our number one rule is always to be honest. So look, my paycheck is signed by the athletic director. The athletic director gets the money from Texas A&M. Therefore, I am an employee of Texas A&M University. And we all look at him like he crazy, like, duh, we know that, right? And then he goes, he says, okay, good. I'm glad we got that out the way. Now, if it comes down, if I have to choose y'all or my job, I have to protect Texas A&M because they the ones who signed my paycheck. Do y'all understand that? And we look at him like, whoa, kind of. And then he breaks it down a little bit more. He gives us an example. I'm not going to say the example right here, right now, because it was a long story. But it's kind of like the same thing that you're talking about. At the end of the day, kids can be kids, but you have to protect the institution because you work for South Carolina. And I completely understand that. Okay, coach. I'm glad that you got cleared. Let's talk about Bay Area because they had some involvement in this. The number one recruit has been suspended for some games. Coach Brody Knight is under some scrutiny. Talk about that because you was once the head coach over there. Is it can you speak to Coach Knight and his involvement, or you can't, or how does that work?
Well, I can tell you that Coach Brody Knight had nothing to do with it.
Okay.
He had no knowledge. From what I gathered and from what I seen,
Mhm.
it was Jake and it was Rip.
Okay.
So he should be cleared.
He
Nothing
should be
should be
clear
said of him. So
because he's a new coach there, and this is his first year, and that would look. I wouldn't say that wouldn't look bad, but it would look a little suspicious if he was to be involved. You know what I mean? Especially come off a championship year. Coming off.
yes, I agree. But yeah, like I said, like from Texas and whatever they I got sent, and then from what the investigation, brought up, he had no involvement in it. He
Hmm.
had no knowledge of it, just like I didn't until that day.
Perfect. Perfect. All right, now let's talk about the stars, right? Because apparently they was the one doing all the hard work and heavy lifting in this, and we will start with your star freshman first. A guy I really like. I think he has a bright upside, but he is starting off on the wrong foot in the eyes of the media and in the eyes of South Carolina, in my opinion, and the SEC, and he's missing some vital um, progression and games he need to progress his game to the next level. Mr. Rip Ikire, 6'9", 246. Let's just talk about him. Are you upset with him? Disappointed? Is it was it do you believe he had good intentions? Talk to me about your player and because I don't know. I feel like he was just recruiting, but how far can you take recruiting as a player is the question here, coach. But you speak to it.
Rip, he's one of my best players. This is the first time that I ever heard of him being in trouble like this.
Hmm.
I'm very disappointed, of course, because you know, based on my what happened with Bay Area when I was there,
Right,
and when I got to South Carolina, I told everybody about that, and I explained to them, what happened, and I didn't want them to go down the same path or whatever as Trey Hyman did before.
right, right.
And learning about all this disappointment because he knows better. Um, I have forgiven him. The team has forgiven him.
100%.
Um, we're gonna let the chips fall where they may,
Right.
or whatever the case may be. So
He
he knows not to do it again.
he has to serve his suspension, right? And then we get to see him play his first game, maybe in a very tough conference game where I'm pretty sure he's going to be in great shape because he's going to be running a lot in practice and practicing. But that rust and that non-game environment, I assume, has to be something that you will prioritize, especially in conference season with his playing time.
Well, I know he's suspended, but like I said, during the suspension, I'ma make sure he's, getting, keeping shape.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
even if not against the regular team, against the scout team or whatever. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we'll have him scrimmage with them
Mm-hmm.
because I want him to be ready to go once he gets back. Um, he will be back in the starting lineup as soon
Mm.
as he comes back.
He will be
And
okay. That's a lot of trust.
he was coming in to being a starter. So
Okay.
I'm not gonna back out of that.
Right.
Regardless if he's suspended or not.
Good
But he's
coach.
gonna come back as a starter, and he's gonna be tested. He's gonna be throwing the fire.
Yeah, the fire.
I mean,
I
it's gonna be
mean,
conference season, so
the wildfire. Not the fire. I mean the absolute SEC fire, and that's not that will burn you alive if you let it. But let's just finish up right here. I know you can't speak too much because you're not there no more, but the Bay Area Breakers were involved, and the number one recruit in the what was the number one recruit in the land has a suspension. Is he to blame or is he not to blame? Was he just being recruited or was he in on everything? How do you know any of this, or how do you feel towards these statements?
I can't even give. I don't even know
You don't know.
because I me actually recruiting him.
Right.
I would never offer nothing, none of that, or even take that what he ever requested. I
Mm-hmm.
would never do that.
Right.
That's not how I roll.
Got you.
Um, I think it's more of his representation
Okay.
that failed him.
Uh-huh. So
It's
you.
just with him, it's just sad. And me coaching him last season at Bay Area, he's been one of my favorite players. I never had no issue with him or his family last season. So to see this happening, it's heartbreaking.
It's a tough situation for sure, and he has his suspension, and I'm not sure what that's going to do to his recruiting just yet. I'm not sure how Coach Brody Knight's going to handle all this. I probably will try to catch up with him and have him on and let him explain his side of the story and everything. But Coach Pope, it was a pleasure, man. I'm looking forward to September 29th, South Carolina versus Gonzaga. Do you have any last remarks or anything to say about season, preseason, summer, controversy slash scandal? Anything? Any last remarks?
Don't let this scandal fool you. Regardless if we have Rip or not, we still gunning for everybody. We
Hey,
not scared. We want all the smoke.
all the smoke is to be had. It's next man up until Mr. Rip Akire comes back and to fulfill his starting role as a freshman. Big time, by the way. But Coach Pope, again, I wish you and Team Done but the best. Shout out to the SEC. I am the SEC. The SEC is me. This is the only place where you can see the game, be the game. Peace.